I asked to get started 3 awarenesses. I wanted to see how aware you are. The biggest thing I'm aware of with all of you is that you're feeling this kind of dissolving effect, or things moving, you could say breaking down or going away. You almost feel kind of like everything's deteriorating very quickly. There's tremendous movement right now that's occurring, particularly as the master, the human are integrating. A lot of old stuff is going away. A lot of the facade that you put up, the identity of yourself is rapidly changing, kind of collapsing. I've said before that you don't really have a destiny. You are free beings to choose whatever you want. But there's one thing I left out. There's one exception, well, actually, 1.5 exceptions of that, a soul destiny. Let's start with the premise that you came to this planet, you took on a lot of lifetimes, the human took on a lot of lifetimes of experience. You finally got to the point, maybe it was last lifetime, probably, some of you this lifetime, but you got to the point and said, no more, that's it. I've experienced what there is to experience. I have gone through love and I've gone through hate. I've been a pauper. I've been a prophet. Isn't there a song about that? I've been all these things, and I've had it. That began the awakening, and it was, in a way, for many of you, you in your awakening, you felt this tremendous kind of release and relief, because you're done. That's it. Now all you have to do is pack up your belongings and walk out the door. Kind of. Then you start this whole path into what I call mastery. It's the allowing of the wisdom. You're done, but before you leave, you got to allow in the wisdom, the master. Part of you, you're kind of in a conflict, because part of you is like, I just want to get out of here. And I just want to go back into my sovereign domain. And part of you is like, oh, yeah, I can be a human and a master. I can know everything. I can create anything I want. Maybe I'll stay around for a little while longer and see what that's about. But back to my point. You've never had destiny before. However, in this whole time from awakening into mastery, there is a destiny. The moment you say, I'm done, the human, hear me, master, I am, the human is done with all this. The moment you say that, you are actualized. Actualized meaning it is done. There's nothing else you need to do. But the funny thing is that the human keeps thinking there's something else to do, that you haven't learned something, that there's a lesson, that there's a secret key that you have to find. None at all. None at all. The destiny now is that the master starts to come in and, in a sense, guides your life. In a way. The master comes in and will not allow things in your life that the human might have done. The master doesn't care right now. The master is blind. The master doesn't care. The master plays interference and keeps that human from distracting itself during this time of going into mastery. That's why sometimes the things that the human wants don't work out. The master is not going to let you get distracted right now in a bad relationship or a bad job or any of that. So there is a destiny. It's a beautiful thing, actually, in a way. You realize, I don't have to work at this. I just get to experience it. I don't have to fill it with a bunch of philosophy and macchio, and I don't have to worry about tomorrow. I don't have to worry what's going to happen next. I don't have to worry about it one bit. One bit. You're being guided. The master is keeping you on the path, keeping you from getting distracted, from going off the path. And sometimes it's very, very frustrating, because you want your freedom. You want to think that you're making all the choices. You want to think that you can do whatever in the hell you want. But feel into this for a moment. In spite of that potential frustration, when you said, I'm done, this is it, time for realization, and the master, the wisdom moved in and has kept you from a tremendous amount of ultimate aches and pains, isn't that a beautiful thing? That you have this level of guidance and protection. I guess that would be even a better word, this level of protection to assure that you will have your realization, to assure that you'll have the integration of the master and the human. What a beautiful thing. As you bring in the wisdom, you also bring in the maturity. And with the maturity, you start releasing the soul destiny. In other words, it doesn't need to keep you from going errant, falling off the road, or whatever you want to call it. Suddenly, that destiny is replaced by pure wisdom. Pure, beautiful wisdom. A whole new maturity, and that is what's happening right now. And I cannot emphasize this enough. You cannot do it wrong. You cannot make mistakes. Everything that's happening in your life right now is all part of your realization, whether it's a health issue, financial, just contending with yourself. It is all part of realizing what is actually already done. Now, imagine something that's actually here now. Making real choices in your life. Not choices of what kind of coffee you're going to order or what color shoes you're going to wear. I mean real choices in your life. Choices that you would have been afraid to make before this. And some choices, big choices, career and where to live and partners, yes, some of that, but even bigger choices in your life. Choices that, in a way, weren't really available to you before because of this destiny factor. But now it is. Choosing what you want to experience next. Let's take a good deep breath with that.